All right, welcome back to another Japan Book Hunter, and today we're going to take a look at yet another manga perfect reproduction book series, this time Ashita no Jo. But before we get into it, just want to give a shout out this weekend. So I'm going to post this on Friday. On your Saturday, which is April 21st from 2:30 to 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, that's Los Angeles time, I will be on West Coast Davengers YouTube channel for DavengerCon, which is going to be a blast. So I'm going to be on there for 2 hours from 2:30 to 4:30, slanging some of that paper gold, my friends. And I got some good books. I've been hunting hard this last couple weeks to get some, just rare and wild and fun books for the little sale that we're going to do there. There's also going to be a charity raffle, and I donated a $100 gift certificate to the charities for the raffle. So you might want to buy a couple raffle tickets and you can get $100 worth of free stuff off my shop. And DavengerCon is going to be going on 4/20 and 4/21. April 20th and April 21st. Go on over to his Instagram, West Coast Davenger, or his YouTube for more info on that. But now, let's get into some Ashita no Jo. Okay, so this is Ashita no Jo, Jo and Rikiishi, of course written by Asao Takamori and Tetsuya Chiba. Reproduction, like these artist editions, are just amazing. And here we have the outside and a beautiful obi on the inside, which is kind of a pain to take off, to be honest. Man, obis are my best friend and worst enemy. They damage easily, which nobody likes, but they make a book look so much better on the bookshelf. If you have a perfect obi on a nice vintage book or something like this, one of these big reproduction series artist editions, it just looks great. All of these come with this little furoku that gives us some information on, the author, Chiba Tetsuya. Well, I should say the mangaka, Chiba Tetsuya, and Takamori, the author. Those are cool always. And here, let's just bust out the book. Incidentally, here's the cover. So these retail for 25,000 yen when they were for sale. Retail, all low print runs. And that goes for all of these. The Gegege no Kitaro one, the Dororo one, and Ashita no Jo or Jo of Tomorrow as well. So now, they go for anywhere between $190 and $250, depending on the condition and the seller and everything, But just like the other artist editions, these are basically in the same size that Tetsuya Chiba worked in and include all of the notes, page numbers, margins, and, fading from tape, smudges, and just everything that you want to see in an artist edition. Just amazing. So I gotta be honest with you, I've never been a huge Ashita no Jo fan. That's just because I'm not a sports dude, I'm a skateboarder and I'm a manga collector. I'm not really into football, but I haven't watched a sports event for so long. Unless you call people kicking each other's asses a sport. But, I guess and I do watch a little bit of boxing now and then, but I just never was really into sports manga. But I always liked Ashita no Jo. I always liked Chiba Tetsuya's work. Amazing art, amazing drama. The drama is usually the same in each one, Joe's got to make a comeback or he gets defeated and he has to go train harder to come back for a rematch. Some sort of obstacle to overcome. But of course, I'm not an expert, but I kind of wonder why they did the paneling like this with the negative space around it. They could have filled all this space with the crowd and just had this up in the corner, but for some reason it still looks dope. People start throwing stuff. They're so bummed on the match. They start throwing their cushions and cans and garbage up on the stage at Joe. Joe, shikari shiro, come to. So in sumo wrestling, when there's an upset, then everyone, like a big upset, like a smaller guy takes out a bigger guy, an underdog beats like a yokozuna or something like that. Everyone throws their cushion, their makura, on stage, into the ring. into the circle, right? Into the ring. So that's what they are doing here. It was a big upset, and they are all throwing their cushions into the ring. And of course, his adversary is Rikiishi. Not to be confused with Rikishi, the famous sumo wrestler, but Rikiishi, strong rock. Rikiishi died. What? After the match, he passed out outside. He's like, what? Say that again. Say that again. Rikiishi died, you know? They explain what the commission doctor says and everything. And he is distraught. Joe is distraught because that means he killed a man. Look at that huge one-pager. That is great. All his coach, the cameraman, the journalists, all seeing Joe break down. Wah! And here is Rikiishi dead. Again, I love checking out these notes on the side in the margins. Like usually something like move this here, changing page number, you know, cut this, little flashback over here. And although Joe lost the fight, it appears he has won the war. Well, he died with a smile on his face because he had just won a match against Joe. Really like this top-down view looks really cool. They're doing it again. He's doing it again here. Chiba Tetsuya. Kind of an overview. And here they are at a traditional funeral. Of course, for Rikiishi. And Joe is just always, I mean, of course he's depressed now, but he's always kind of moping around. He's always trying to find his spirit, trying to find his mojo. We're on page 48 now, so I'm guessing about 70 pages in these, you know. They vary in these editions. Some are most of them are this size. Some are a little bit larger format. And just for reference, this would be like a larger tankobon. This is a smaller tankobon. And this is the size of these artist editions. Just huge. Joe reflecting. He can't believe that he murdered Rikiishi. What have I done? I don't know if he's drunk here. He doesn't, you know, they're not showing any booze in here. You know, Ashita Joe was really popular with kids too. Doesn't mean that they don't show booze. There's a lot of stuff that's popular with kids where they show booze and boobies and all that stuff. But Joe is pretty wholesome. This is a flashback to high school. An encounter he had with Rikiishi as classmates. He wants to be left alone, you know. But everyone was worried about him. They did not want him to be left alone. So everyone came and gathered here. And that, my fine friends, is Ashita no Joe. Joe and Rikiishi. Beautiful edition. I have a couple more. I mean, I've been hunting these hard because our dear friend, our uncle, he wants them all. And I promised him I would get them for him. But yes, I'll be doing more videos on these manga perfect reproduction book series as I get them. And again, one more time, everyone, go over to West Coast Avengers YouTube. I will be over there on Sunday. April 21st, 2:30 to 4:30, slanging some of that paper gold. And if you miss it, it's okay. JapanBookHunter.com is where I slang my books. Instagram, Japan Book Hunter. TikTok, Japan Book Hunter. Here, YouTube, you know the deal, my friends. And if you're ever looking for anything special, hit me a DM on Instagram. That's the easiest way to catch me. And until next time, matane.